mercy on us and on the whole world.
Greetings, Tomasio here, and we are in front of Planned Parenthood today in Pittsburgh, and we're praying, and see the officers here are questioning our leader, Nikki, Bruni. The bookstore has questioned our right to assemble on the street here, and they've called the police, and so it's really a free speech issue, a bookstore that clearly, has books they want people to read, but freedom of speech goes beyond reading books, okay? You can see clearly we're not blocking any doors here. This is not an issue of blocking the door. We're not blocking their door, but yet we're getting harassed by the police. So anyway, we're here, and basically we are standing up for life. We are standing up for pro-life, and abortion is clearly against what we believe and what Christ believes. So we thank Nikki for her stand, and she is clearly standing up for life. 40 days here in front of Planned Parenthood. Now we have seen what's happened here at Planned Parenthood is that there's actually the sale going on of body parts as well as abortion. So we're going to continue to stand for life, and we're going to continue to stand up for our constitutional rights. I mean, literally, they wanted us to move to the other side of the street. Okay, that's what's going on now. We've helped this bookstore. We've unloaded books for them. We've done many things to help them, but unfortunately, they're not reciprocating.
You do not represent the rest of us. I just want you to know that. We're coming here in peace, and we don't want any.
Who's the rest of us?
I think
Who are you speaking for?
few of us.
Who are you speaking for? A few of you. Okay. All right. So you can see even the pro-life community is giving in, willing to give up their constitutional rights of freedom of speech because somebody at a bookstore complained about our presence here. So anyway, you can see what's going on, and in these days that we're living in, if you're not willing to whatever, if you have to get arrested, if you have to whatever, give your life as a martyr or whatever, how are you going to do that if you're giving up your freedom of speech? I mean, something ridiculous as a bookstore that is complaining. But anyway, what is the key? The key is to come under our Blessed Mother. We're not under the law. Jesus came to set us free from the law. We're under God's law. We're under God's dominion. We answer to God and God alone. So anybody whose rights are threatened, anybody whose constitutional rights are threatened, if you're not willing to stand up for your own constitutional rights, you better not even come out. You know what I mean? Why are you even coming out on the streets? I would say go home. At this point, just go home, because it's going to get more intense. The battle is clearly been drawn. So, unfortunately, we see it. We see that it's infiltrated the pro-life movement, compromising freedom of speech. We can't, as pro-lifers, abortion is legal. They're killing children. They're selling their body parts. And if we are going to give up our own constitutional rights of free speech here in America, and if you are a Christian who is, cowering to this, you might as well forget it. So, what's that? I said clearly, we're not against his business. I said, matter of fact, we've helped him carry boxes in. We've helped him carry albums in. We have no interest in doing anything negative to his business.
And what did the cop say?
The cop said, well, do you understand your constitutional rights can't infringe upon his rights? I said, yeah. going against his rights at all. He can do whatever he wants to do.
It just looked like you guys were arguing.
Oh, he was argumentative. The cop was like implying that we were doing something wrong, that we were in some way blocking his doors or something of that nature, which we clearly were not. Blocking his doors, explained to him, we've helped him carry thinking, but the pro-life group got upset. A couple of the people in the pro-life group got upset. So this is freedom of speech. If we're not willing to stand.
We were just gonna go in front of this one since it's closed. We were just trying to stay there. That's all. Just to save the hassle.
Yeah.
You know.
So anyway, what is your impression about what's going on today overall with abortion and things of that nature? Like, why are you guys why do you keep coming out?
Because we have to fight for the babies and for life. And our culture is really becoming an extreme culture of death, and we need to fight against it. But it's a thing like that, we need to just cooperate with their crap and just stay in front of this one that's not.
Yeah, all I was doing was
just to save
being specific. Officers
don't find anything to fight about.
Both sides, okay?
Yeah.
We're here for razor and school, right? Reason. They get a phone call, they gotta come.
Yeah.
They come out to do his job.
Yeah.
We have to be able to communicate and cooperate too.
Right.
Yeah.
I wasn't one of those.
Yeah.
That job they have isn't his job.
No.
Right.
So,
all I was doing was saying,
we have to-
officer, please be very specific. Where can we stand?
Yeah.
Do you think that's a legitimate question?
Yeah, it just looked like it was getting heated, and I was just
That's
trying
what
to
I
get
picked
you
up
away
on, too.
from him, just because there's nothing to be heated about. All we need to do is stand.
It didn't have to get heated, but a couple of the pro-lifers.
What did he want you to do? Just move away from the doorway?
Well, that
We
man
weren't even in the
at the
doorway.
bookstore doesn't want us anywhere in front of his business, so we try and stay
Right,
where
yeah, I
the gold
understand.
starts.
Right.
But sometimes when there's more people, we kind of end up in front of it, which we're not.
And I had told Father Tim initially, told us to move over, and Father Tim said no, we stand our ground. So we can't have pro-lifers coming against pro-lifers. That's ridiculous. We have got to stand up for our constitutional rights. We have freedom of speech. This is a public property here, and we've been more than generous with that man, helping him carry books in, record albums in, shovel his walk. I mean, we have done everything we can, to show to him we're not against his business at all.
Well, I noticed when he was down there too, he seemed like he wasn't communicating.
He's
did things.
He's softened a lot more than he used to be, and we need to kind of. Hopefully he'll turn pro-life because he's in a building that's killing babies right beside him. Hopefully, eventually, if we get along with him, he'll maybe change his attitude.
Yeah.
That's all.
You're exactly right too. It's got to be a communication.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it.
But the important thing is they will continue if we move down this far, because they say to move down this far and they have no authority to tell us. You know what I'm saying? We have got to stand our ground. And if it comes to getting arrested, it comes to getting martyred, you know what I mean? That's what it's coming to in this country, according to Cardinal George.
So when I picked up, he just went on the phone call that he got evidently.
Yeah.
From the guy that owns a bookstore.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So moving on down, they were just saying that if that guy's business, I don't know, I have a rental house in Uniontown.
And then the cops are leery too because there's a lot going on against them. So whenever they get an altercation, then they get, defense. It's just all the way around. It just gets heated when it should.
But my point is, we have to stand our ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
You have to stand your ground because the cops were not antagonistic until our people came over and started doing the cops' job. We can't be doing the cops' job. Let the cops clearly say where you can stand, where you can't stand. That's their job. They're coming out and they're telling us where we can stand, where we can't stand. I'm not going to listen to some.
Well, that's what they do here. That's why they have the line.
That's why they have the line. So, but the thing is, even this is under dispute right now. This line is clearly in Pennsylvania law. I believe it's been called unconstitutional, but we're not crossing it, which is fine. But you can't have a bunch of paranoid people coming out. If you're coming out to the streets, okay, to protest abortion, you better expect persecution, okay? So I'm just sharing this with whoever's listening.
Yeah,
if you don't want persecution, then, stay home. Thank you.